Hello, my friends. Welcome. Hello, everyone. It's your favorite girl. I was caught, or like, I'm coming here tonight because we are going to go through the ley lines at in Canton, or the land, and how it was like a Masonic setup. So I am going to pull up our Google Maps. I started creating it when I was getting addresses and hits. So I am, oh, good, you can see this. All right. Inside Google Maps, I created a map for all of our friends in Canton. And this Albert family, for example, is a generational P.O. box. But we're going to start with the original sin. And that, remember? I don't know if any of you guys remember, but I was looking for this probably about 3 or 4 months ago. It was parcel 1127. I found an old assessor's map, and I have it here. And we are going to start with the original sin. Then I'm going to show you all of the triangle. It's the way, it's a Masonic. If anyone's a Mason, please feel free to jump in. And there are no facts here. This is all allegedly. I'm a chick with tarot deck. It's, I guess, a very common practice for Masons to build in this sense, or in this way. So I put also Paul Revere's heritage site on here because that's a different story that we are going to go into. But I want to first, oh, here we go. Okay, what we're looking at is parcel 1127A. I found it on an assessor's map. It was an old map. And all we had were these Washington Streets addresses. So this is the story of Josiah Crane. And about 75 years later, Alora Thorne found it in the records at the courthouse. And this is what started the, I want to call them soul traps. They're soul traps. So this was not built the way that the Masons built it. But if we took a quick look over here at 34 Fairview, it looks a little bit different. And I'm going to show you. And then we are going to go through all of basically the land stuff. And I saw a comment from someone who wants to help with the land. Of course, I would love to. And I'm saying this took us 3 months to clear it. Now I'm doing Washington, D.C., London, and Rome, that triangle. And I'm doing it 3 times a day, so it doesn't take as long. Over here at 34 Fairview, we have a very important node. And the node is, well, first of all, 34 Fairview is in the main triangle. The Catholic Church, anyone who is raised Catholic or is a recovering Catholic, that doesn't surprise you, or may surprise you, but it shouldn't. So here's one triangle. We have the Canton Viaduct, the Roman Catholic Church, and the old Canton Airport. That's a triangle. Then we also have the Canton High School to the viaduct to the old airport. The high school is important to us because there was an underground tunnel to the high school. This is allegedly, I guess, but It was part of the box 1981. So if this is our triangle, we're just going to work from the viaduct to the high school. And we follow that to the end. We get to the courthouse. But guess what's right in the middle of it? 34 Fairview. And at 34 Fairview, we have our own Masonic triangle. And at first, okay, so we have 34 Fairview. And we have the house right next door. On the street view, I didn't pull the street view out separate, but on the street view, this is at hedges. They're like trees, so the lookout can see. So this is the anchor point. This is where the situation ended. Here's our lookout. And there's something, and if anyone knows which stuff, this is witchy, but I can't remember why. Some reason this house, this is 30 Fairview. Okay, there are a couple of things here. The first thing, this is 4 Carriage Lane. The first thing is that 31 Fairview is a police officer, Canton PD. You can't find him anywhere, but he's there. And on Google Earth, his house is fogged out. So actually, maybe I'm just gonna show you guys Google Maps so you can see what it looks like on the street level. 34 Fairview and 31 Fairview are blacked out. And this is what 34 Fairview looks like. They made the change 2024. So last year they fogged it out. Okay, fine. So this is spot 1. Here's the next spot. You can see it right there. That's 30. So this is 34. That's 32. And then this is the other cop. His name is Keller. He's also a Canton police officer. That wouldn't be weird, except it's fogged out. Or they made it so you can't see it, which to me is a red flag. Why are you fogged out? So this is the lookout. I don't know what this guy's house is. Keller's house. He's a lieutenant. Actually, why don't we look at his picture? Keller, what is it? He wasn't anywhere in the trial. Canton PD. I'm just going to type it up and look at it so that you guys can just see a picture of him. Oh, it's on his. And he doesn't really have anything for a background. He has, Thomas Keller Jr. So Tom Sr. was also a police officer. That's the way they do things. And his son, Thomas Keller Jr., is the one who lives across the street from 34 Fairview at 31 Fairview. So that's weird to me. We're going to get back up here to the higher thing. 4 Carriage Lane, Carriage Lane is where Lucky turned around. I don't know anything else about Carriage Lane. You can't really see their house from, and I guess their house doesn't really matter. What matters, though, is the location of the house to 34 Fairview. And the reason that matters is because it's part of a ritual triangle. This is not all obviously Masons, but this is a rogue kind. This would be like a, it's black magic. So this is what 4 Carriage Lane looks like from the street. Nothing weird, just a house. And then we can just drive right down here. We get back onto Fairview. This is where Lucky turned around. And you can see that 31 is blocked. This is our spare house. One of the things that the Mason allegedly also do is they build false, like this hill to me looks not natural. And that's so they can do rituals in the basement, allegedly. So this is one of our containment soul trap bridge or triangles. Okay. We saw that inside of our, so these are our ley lines. The ley lines are Earth's energy grids. We use them with, or they, well, the Earth uses them through water. Water is one, like the rivers. And most of this stuff has become a trap, soul trap. So with, oh, I forgot to set sacred space. Hold on. I have to stop for a second and set some sacred space and call in the quarters. And if any of our lovely, dear, beautiful friends that are being the mods are here, please, thank you. No, I love you. Okay. All right. So what I started seeing as I was creating this map were patterns. And the patterns, well, they were consistent with last names. They were consistent with families. They were consistent with a lot of things. Then I'll go through, all right, I'm going to go through all of the markers on here because it'll help build a bigger picture. P.O. Box 465 in Norwood is this random Albert, but it's not random. There's nothing here that's random. This is a P.O. Box linked to multiple Albert family members suggesting something. This is all allegedly only through public records. Perhaps a financial routing system or shielding. It could be a ritual address to maintain energetic control across the generations. This P.O. Box 465 is linked to a number, I would say at least 9 Albert family members. So that right now we don't have anything, but that's okay. This is all fluid and a work in progress. One of the things I didn't want to forget to tell you guys, right over here at Canton PD, we have the police department, and right across the street is Washington Street, 1473. Remember one time I asked, why would Jennifer McCabe and Brian Albert have their names on a deed? I have no idea. There are no facts here, just a chick with the tarot deck. I also did a little bit of research on the financial intersections, but what I thought was weird about this was the Alberts own a house literally right across this. Look at this. You can see the Canton PD from this house. No idea, but I didn't want to forget to show you guys that. And if anyone has any thoughts on it, let me know. So we're going to back out and go up here to the Superior Court. This is one of the nodes in this ritual triangle. Oakdale. Wait, Oakdale is not that far away. Well, maybe it is. DNA. These look wrong to me. Don't they look like they should be right here? I'll play with that after. Okay. Then we have 34 Fairview. That's the ritual site. That's where John O'Keefe met his end. We have D&E Pizza. 626 Washington Street. That's perhaps a ritual or portal hub. We have... See, this looks too far away to me. I'm going to play with it. This is all fluid and a work in progress. It's not done. This is the Masonic Lodge. There was a ritual room in the basement of the courthouse that we found. Then we have D&E, 7 Meadows Ave. Okay, 7 Meadows Ave becomes important to us because we have Craig Casey. This is another triangle. We have Craig Casey, we have John O'Keefe, and we have, wait for it, Chris Albert. Right here. I have not been able to find anything that talks about who called in Craig Casey's body. I did put a FOIA request in though, and I'm patiently waiting for it. I also am wondering if it was John's. This is John's house right here. 1 Meadow Ave is John's. This is Chris Albert, and Colin is also listed as that residence. What I'm wondering is when they said it was at this corner, well, the only house on the corner is John O'Keefe's. The other thing I noticed from an old newspaper article is that whoever lives in 6 Meadow, he made a statement that he saw Karen driving recklessly. Okay. So here is a triangle. I am really curious. I guess this house right here, 685. I think this is Pleasant Street address, 685, because Meadow starts right here. If they found Craig Casey on the corner of Pleasant and Meadow, he had to be on John's lawn. This is not a Meadow Street address. And I can't find anything. So this is just a question that I had. Then this is a triangle. So this is a marker. And then here it goes over. I just didn't want to forget to show you guys that part. Now, we are going to back out. I'm going to the 1472 Washington Street. I have no idea, but Tim Albert was the latest owner, I think. There's about 14 names, including Jennifer McCabe and Brian Albert. Then we have the Norfolk Superior Courthouse. That's a karmic anchor. This is a frequency lock. It holds the rituals in place. Here, she's right over here. And then we have the old mill wheel site. This goes back further. This is in the 1630s. It's when they originally rerouted the river so that it wasn't flowing with nature, it was flowing against it. It's not even on here yet. Then we have, the school had a few tunnels, allegedly, and it had one from the high school to the church. Why? I don't know. I can only guess why. But allegedly, there was a tunnel that went from here at the old high school. They just, I don't know when they had it, but there was a renovation that was done to the high school. It was before the renovation. And I haven't found any, I haven't even looked for any of that information. But why on earth would they need a tunnel to go to a church? Weird to me. That's weird. And this tunnel also went to the courthouse. That's answering a few of my questions, actually. All right. Then we have the Watcher Node. Okay. That was at 31 Fairview. I showed you that house. Canton High School is a memory loop center. The program, it's a transfer site connected to perhaps Paul and Allie, perhaps if they went there, or JFK. There's a John F. Kennedy school that's really close too. The Masonic Lodge is linked to Masonic ritual practices, and the parcel 1127A and Washington and Nesbitt is a false land record. That is our original sin. 4 carriage lane is a transmutation. That's what it's called. It's a transmutation node. It's part of the energetic triangle at 34 Fairview and 33 Oakdale. I have a lot of questions about that night. I started watching the bar video. This is very anal. And one of our dear friends actually put the idea and planted the seed. I'm watching it screen by screen, like each scene, and you just click F3 and it'll go to the next one. Because I have questions about that night. And one of them has to do with John leaving with Karen or someone else. And I don't have enough information to show it. I have channeled it in the past, but that's not what we're working on tonight. And thank you all for being here. I haven't even looked in. If anyone's here, welcome. Hopefully you can hear me because I haven't looked. Once I start looking, I'll get distracted and I want to get this done so that we're all on the same page. Okay, for our key, I'm just going to go through 3 key locations. That is going to be our 34 Fairview circle, just for right now. And I just want to explain. I showed one of our friends in class the other night this triangle. There's something weird about it, and I can't remember what it is. This house. It's mainly 34, 32, and 4. And there was some reason I wasn't supposed to show this one, but I can't remember it, so we'll ignore it. Anyway, these 3 points in our triangle are the veil node. So that's where the veil is thinnest. I'm going to guess that's 34 Fairview. The ritual entrapment, that's going to also, I'll explain this. We have the veil node, ritual entrapment, and the shadow archetypes. Shadow archetypes, let's just say, don't work for the light. And I started watching Scandal again. I owe you guys an apology. I said to look at Huck for Moore Murray. It's Jake, not Huck. And I'm watching it again. So the point of that conversation was, everything starts just a tiny bit, but then it grows and grows and grows. So our shadow archetypes, I posted an entire video on archetypes the other day, and apparently it was out of order because I couldn't hear it. I was re-listening to it and I couldn't hear it. I'm resetting sacred space and protecting this and anyone here. So the shadow archetype is basically anyone who's working because they want to keep the peace, or it's the way it's always been. They're not working for the light. Our veil node is where you cross over, or the veil is very thin. That's when, like Halloween, All Hallows Eve, that's a ritual or a pagan day, and ritual entrapment. That's why you need a triangle. We have the courthouse. That's the grid anchor. The record distortion happens there. So land, a lot of issues with land. And we learned this in Idaho, that a lot of the stuff goes back to land records or land in general. The viaduct is a time collapse zone and a soul funnel. This is what you may have heard of. I always use the example of DreamWorks logo. That's like literally straight up soul harvesting. They have a little boy on the moon. And then parcel 1127A is the original breach. This is the portal that opened up the dark side, which to me seems a little bit late because we have stuff going back to 1632. So we have the symbolic overlays, 369 angles of our triangles, and base 12 alignment. So, one of the things that we did when I was working on this, and if you're interested or you want to help, well, that's your soul call. That's a soul calling. And yes, I would love it, especially if you wanted to say these mantras 3 times a day to help. I want to do the whole earth because I have no interest in the future no. So if you feel called to help with the land stuff, I would love it. Absolutely love it. We'll create a separate group and we'll do that. When we're breaking these, I only did it once a day, but I'm doing it 3 times a day now to speed it up. When you're setting black magic works backwards from the natural order. So if we were doing things, the clock goes clockwise. To unravel it, you do it counterclockwise. You do everything backwards when you're breaking a black magic spell. You won't have to help with any of that. It'll be mostly your intention and your mantras, and it rhymes. It's really easy. So as we were breaking these spells, well, you saw the outcome. And that was one person for 6 weeks or 3 months. I can't remember how long it took. As long as it took. And it worked. And imagine if there was a whole army of us doing it. We could really fix things. So with that being said, let me see. Oh, yeah. So once, for me, example, showing you guys these triangles, everything that's built is on the Masonic grid system now, because they are phenomenal engineers. And all of the Masons that I know are lovely people. And they're smart, and they're engineers, and they're great. But they're built with the intention of having nodes, and they're all in triangles. You can find things like the thing that was not concerning to me by any means, but it was surprising, was that we have 1122 in Idaho, and we have 1127 here in Canton. You want to know what else we have? This guy right here at 4 Carriage. I can't even remember. I think his name's probably, I don't know. And this isn't allegedly. He owns property in Washington State, really close to Ethan's parents' house. And I always said that there was a connection between these cases, but that's a little bit, I wouldn't say concerning. It's certainly mysterious. This guy right here at 4 Carriage Lane. This guy. I don't even know his name, but I have his information. If any of our dear friends feel like researching, and if you don't, it's okay. But this might connect the Idaho 4 case to Canton. This guy, 4 Carriage Lane. So, the light repair. All right, let's talk about land. Actually, I'm going to jump over and see if any of you guys have any questions, because I just talked for 25 minutes straight, and I'll take a break, and then I'll explain the ritual stuff. Let's see here. Where are you? Oh, hi, everyone. I'm back. Hi, welcome. Hello, welcome. Yay. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Shay. Hi, Sylvia's daughter. Yay. Thank you guys so much for coming. Hello from Southern New Hampshire. Yes. Welcome. New Hampshire represent. Oh, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. All right, here, wait. I hate it when creators just read them instead of showing them. So I'm just going to, here. I'll put them up here. Welcome. I'm a new member and I love your work. Welcome. I love that. One time I saw one of our friends at a little shop in my town, and I was like, oh my God, where is my family? Because she's like, do you do YouTube? And I was like, where is my family? It was cute. It was really neat to meet someone. Okay. Hi, Chrissy and Sylvia's daughter. I live in Mass, but my sister lives in Hudson. I went to the fireworks in Nashua this year. Awesome. Oh, you followed the Daybell trial. Yes. You're from Nashua. Awesome. Yes, welcome. The Daybell trial was Dr. Reverend Sophina, I think is her name. One of our friends follows her too. She did her psychic reading on Tylee, and she was the one who introduced me to the dark side calendar. Yeah, that's what showed it to me too. Oh, Justine, good morning. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you so much for coming, my sweet love. Morning, Justine. It's almost 8 here at night. I wonder if the shrubs have been removed that were public property or a tree. Which, Chrissy 4 Cats Newton. That's a cool name. Which, well, Sandra is part of a bigger project. I don't know which shrubs you mean, but if you just explain them. Sandra is part of a bigger project. She has not been forgotten by any means. And I don't know. I haven't looked at, if anyone looks at the satanic calendar and Sandra's death, you can go 3 days on either side. That's also with moon magic. If you do anything with the moon, affirmations or anything, you can go 3 days on either side. I haven't even looked at Sandra's yet. Sandra is okay though, like her energy is okay. Yes, the settlers and the Masons. Okay, so this was a karmic loop that we've been stuck in. And I've said this before, Yannetti and Vanzetti, this is what I've gotten. There are no facts here. Vanzetti, Sacco and Vanzetti, they were wrongly tried and executed. I got in a meditation that Yannetti came back to bring justice to the wrongly crucified. And that's their connection. And then in a past life, I was Ann Putnam. I'm still Putnam, but she accidentally started the Salem witch trials. And I mean that like 100% accident. And so I came back to find my voice to speak for the innocent. Good evening. Welcome, Valerie. Oh, I see you on Instagram. Hi, Valerie. Thank you for all your hard work. No, thank you. Thank you for coming, you guys. What do you guys think about these Monday night things? We can do Monday night. I like them, first of all. I want to do them more often. And we can do them however you guys want. You're the people. You tell me. Oh, good. You're learning. Good. I'm so glad to hear you're learning. That was my thing. I wanted to come back and teach. I got taught all these lessons after going into Corporateville. And I was really happy over there, but my soul plan had something else. Crystal magic, welcome. Oh, good. Do you know anything about crystals? Welcome. And magic? I would love if you could help us. There's important stuff with especially the planets. Oh, Donna Sophina. Yes, Serafina. Thanks, Chrissy. Yes, that's her. This is Reverend Donna Serafina. She's great. She's here on YouTube, and she is the one that introduced us, or me, to the satanic calendar coinciding with the crimes. And once I put it into a spreadsheet, it's really dark. It's dark. Miss Justine, welcome. Thank you for coming. You're in Australia on John's property. Oh, that was Chrissy, Chrissy 4 Cats Newton. You just asked about something, and I didn't know what you were saying. That was, I wonder if shrubs have been removed that were public property or a tree. Shrubs. Let's go back to the Google Earth thing. I don't really know what shrubs you're talking. Oh, you know what we should do is actually go in on Google Maps, because then we can see. I'm going, because I know some of you don't love it when I click around. I'm just going to pull up Google Maps and then I'll share that one with you. Google Maps. I just want to look at, I have concerns about Craig Casey, a lot of them, but one of them is that seems very elusive in all of the coverage of his debacle. It's not his debacle. Is the, yeah, that's the, okay, so here, let me share this with you guys. The only way that Craig Casey could have possibly been on anyone's house on Meadow, so you guys can see this. Okay, so from the top, this is what it looks like. I'm not going to say allegedly, but this is where they found Craig's body. this is 1 meadow way. So as we get closer to it, this is 1 meadow. This is where Chris Albert was on his fence, remember? And yeah, this isn't Meadow. This is a Pleasant Street address. It had allegedly had to have been John's, and John did own it then. He owned it in 2017, according to the deed. I'm going to come back to you guys. Oh, I can leave that there and come over here. Oh, yeah, please. Don't worry. Thank you guys so much for coming. On John's property. Chrissy, I don't understand what you mean about the shrubs on John's property. Over here. Oh, where did I just take us? Canterbury Drive. Let's go back to 1 Meadows. I don't know what you mean, but it's weird. I'm sorry. I'm wondering if they have been removed since the new Google Earth was updated. Yeah, the one really good thing about Google Earth is they track when they changed it, which is much different than everything else, when they just like clear your shared folders. I think the blood-laden soil was replaced. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Nora from Maine. Thank you. I did a missing girls reading on a girl from Maine. She was like a long time missing. I don't know why. I was doing a reading for someone, and I can't remember why I did her, but she was there. We have a lot of, we have a few friends from Maine. The front of the house. Oh, okay. Oh, here. I can put these comments back up here if that helps, or if it's distracting. I'm flexible. Oh, good. You'll be listening and walking the dog. Awesome. Does anyone have any questions I can go through, or did I explain the land enough that everyone gets it, or do you have other questions on that? Because I went through. Okay, so Chrissy, thank you. I have a theory on this. It's not going to be popular, and I have concerns about him at all. And we did get a soul fragment when I tapped into him. I'm not concerned. What it is, I think, was they planted the seed of finding it because it's part of the magic. So, I mean, magic's everywhere, but I don't know. I want to be very careful with it because I am not sure, but what I don't know if I'm not convinced that Craig Casey was found there at all. And I made a FOIA request because I want to see what they reported. And the reason is because I think it's just part of the ritual to get it into the psyche of people. And it's really weird. Of all the places, it would be on John O'Keefe's front lawn. He's the only one who lives at the corner of Meadows and Pleasant. This is a Pleasant Street address right here. I just think there are too many convenient coincidences, and I'm putting that all in quotations because I just don't buy it. Yeah. Okay, so do you think the courthouse? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm asking this, or I'm saying this out loud. Do you think the courthouse is a ritual temple? Yes. With a spiritual gate? Yes. I'm asking because of the triangle. Yes, it is. And if we look back on our big map, it's a bigger triangle. Inside has little sacrifice triangles. There is a lot of darkness. Well, there was, that went into this courthouse. And it was a node that they did a lot of soul entrapment. And it's a dark place. We found a lot of really dark stuff. I might re-look at the readings that I did on them, because I remember one of our friends was helping me do something, and she saw a Doberman at the door protecting it. And this is all in a meditative state, and you see it with your third eye. And that's what I saw, something similar. And that's, a guard. You were at the courthouse today. Hey, Cheryl, how does the energy feel over at the courthouse? Does it feel lighter by any chance? Or it should start feeling lighter, because we're breaking it all up. And the more we share it publicly, then the spell is gone. So with that being said, I feel like we could wrap this up, or we can just chit chat. Cheryl, what was Turtle Boy doing today? I didn't watch anything. I was swimming. It was beautiful. This summer has been great. We can pull up something with Turtle Boy. We have about 20 more minutes if we want. If we don't, then we can call it a day. But I feel like there are a couple of people that I've seen comments that want to help with the land stuff. Yeah, I would, of course, love that. And me too. She loves your thumbnail, Cheryl, with the microdots plate. It's awesome. All right, my loves. Well, I feel good. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. What was this? How can we help with the land? Oh, thanks, Simone. So there is a mantra that I was saying. Yay! Oh, Beyond the Veil. Hi, I see you. Hi, welcome. I will start. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Do I know Jessie? Yes, I do know her. Nora from Maine. I do. Yeah. That's funny. I will. You know about crystals and magic. Good. I need help with crystals and magic. I'm mostly planetary magic, but some of the placements are with like lime, granite, basic New England granite stones and stuff. Hold on. I'm getting behind. Okay. So to help with the land, I have a mantra that I say a lot, and now I'm saying it 3 times a day. The way that I was saying it for Canton was 1 time a day, unless I felt called to do it. And it was really dependent on the moon. We are going to, what I'm doing now for global is a mantra. It's really easy. This is what, so there's a morning and a lunch and an evening one, but this is the one that I'm supposed to memorize. Clear the line, break the bind, return source return what's been confined. From Rome to DC, London to the land, the light now rises by my command. And as we clear that triangle, then I'm going to clear the other ones. We are. For this project, there's something to do. We have a waning moon on the 18th. I can't remember we're going to go back to 34 Fairview and collect the soul fragments, or the souls that were still sleeping when we went. And if you want to help, you can send white light to 34 Fairview. You can start doing that today. If you pray or meditate. If you don't, you should. Just imagine like a white light that goes all the way from 34 and goes down through the foundation, out the walls, down into the earth, and spreads white light. And you can imagine that will help return all of the souls so we can send them to source, because they were still asleep when we went there. 34 Fairview has been on a trade. Well, I guess it was a trade route back before, when the Native Americans were there. Then Canton was a huge trade center for international trade. And it was also the spot of a Masonic greeting house, but it was the dark side of Masonry. If you're a Mason and you're in here, welcome. One of my dearest beloved friends is also a 33-degree Mason, and I love him, and he has no idea about the dark stuff. So to help with the land, what you could do to help for right now is imagine, or you could actually do all of Canton. If you just imagine a white light shining on, if you need to see it first, look at the Google Maps and just imagine white light flowing all through it. That'll start help breaking it up, because the more we're exposing the magic and the stuff, it only works when it isn't public. So thank you for your help with that, everyone. Okay, you were at the courthouse. Okay, I saw these. Okay, Simone, I just answered that. If you want more details on helping with land, I want to create a group of us that's like dedicated to it. Hi, Beyond the Veil. I'm so glad that you're here. Nora from Maine. Yes, I do know Jessie. Tell her I love her very, very dearly. I love her. Love her. Love her. That is, yes, I love her very, very much. Please tell her hello. Oh, so this is an update on Turtle Boy. It was awesome. He was just at a hearing to get information out to the open from the bad ones. Tell Karen Reed to sue the county so that it shuts down Turtle Boy's. She didn't call me, but if I could talk to her, that's the only bit of advice, is sue the county, sue the state, definitely MSP. They'll get subpoenas for all of their cell phones. It'll shut down Turtle Boy's stuff. It'll also shut down her private, what is it? You know, she's getting sued. It'll shut it all down. This is just from watching Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Okay. Oh, that's it. Cheryl says this is her real license plate. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's even better. Nora, I love Jessie. Me too. Oh, we should tell her to come in here. I haven't talked to her in a couple of years, but I love her. Check out Galactic. What is this? Storyteller. She's awesome about this. You will gain lots of info. Awesome. Thanks for the update. What I need to work on is communication. I apparently came in, one of my projects this lifetime is working on communicating. I know it. I have to find a way to communicate it to people, humans. Oh, Cheryl, I thought that said freed. Oh, that's awesome. Freed. Okay, Nora. She did a long live in the courthouse. Oh, cool. Who did? Right. Thank you, Beyond the Veil. This is right. Not all Masons are bad. It's like literally 1%. But no, and then there's no real but about it. Teachers are good. Some are bad. You know, there's bad apples everywhere. Some priests are probably good. I just happen to meet all the bad ones because my family was caught up in that sweep of New England. And no, not all Masonry is dark. Okay. I will work on the mantra. Awesome. Thank you, Simone. If you were the one, I don't know if it was you, but someone left a few people left a few comments on the land stuff. I'm going to work on something to get the land stuff together for a group of us so we can talk about it. Hi, Kimberly P. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. Wait, do I know you? I think I might know you in real life. Nora, my registration expires in November, so you're stuck with it. Perfect. Spirit world communication is not easy. I know. And because it's not easy at all. And it's like, we don't have the words for it. Well, we do have earthlings. I've done past life regressions on earthlings. So you're either a starseed in what I've learned. Starseeds or earthlings, and the starseeds are helping the earthlings, and the earthlings are here. Galactic Story Letter explains so many symbols and all sorts of info. She talked to Kreshta Easton about Lori. Awesome. Oh, and she explains it. Awesome. I'm definitely going to check her out. Thank you. Oh, I should probably pin this. Thank you for this tip. Chrissy 4Cats Newton. I'm just going to call you Chrissy. Okay. I will look into crystals grow naturally in Massachusetts. Awesome. So I can tell you the ones that come up. I can post it or something after we get off of this, because all of the transcripts, so when I'm channeling, if I'm not doing it live, which would be mostly an accident, and when I set the intention to channel, it comes so fast, I speak it into a recorder or into my phone. And so I can sort it and find them. It's basically like limestone, granite, but I'll trust your judgment. Star seeds, yes. Oh, good. Your name is Chrissy. Welcome. Thank you. Thanks, Nora, for Maine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:20. So I think we're good on our time. Does anyone, either way, awesome. Okay, thank you. So if anyone's in here that knows anything about planets that can speak it, oh, come on up. Oh, we should do that. If anyone knows how to speak about the planets, that's something I need to learn about. I've been getting that nudge for like a year or two, and it didn't really matter. What were the evil? Oh, what would they do if Karen went into the house with John? Oh, well, we did a reading on that, and let's just say that things would not have been the same. But I have concern. I'm going to make a video on this. Well, there's a video, Sylvia's daughter, on that. I asked that question. I did a reading on it. Let's just say things would not have. Well, our heroine wouldn't have made it. Oh, Kimberly P., you know the planets? Yes, that's what I need help. We need help with. I don't know enough about it, but I need to learn it. Like, I need a, what is it? Cliff Notes version. Awesome. Thanks, Kimberly P. That would be awesome. The planets, basically Saturn, that is what in 1978 to 81, planet was in a location that was a 40-year window, and it opened. And that's how we got in to go into the courthouse. And the only reason I knew that was I just did the math, and that's how I figured it out. But Saturnian spells are what the black magic is being based on. They're building, well, or have been forever, I'm sure. Whenever you have light and dark. Oh, good. Yes, it's massive energy. Saturn is. And Saturn, I think, I'm a Capricorn. I think it's cold. Some of my girlfriends have tried to date Capricorn men, and I don't know what to tell them. I'm like, don't worry about it if he's not calling you back. Karen Reed was at court today for Turtle Boy. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Oh, we should wear our Karen was chosen t-shirts. I love to hear that. And Saturn is massive energy work. It's also tied to a lot of the black magic spells that we've been breaking. The way that we broke them was, I know black magic. I've learned how to do black magic and light, and that's how I knew how to break them. It's a lot to explain. Dumb it down. Yes. I did do a reverse sigil. That's how we broke the thing. We broke the containment grid. Yeah, I did it all backwards to dumb it down. I know. I just don't even know the words. I'm working on communicating it though. And we did do this. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for coming. If you guys want, let me know what you're looking for. If you want to do me showing you stuff, if you want to do readings, if it feels right or whatever, we can do that. There. Yeah, I know. I knew what you meant. Then we'll do that. And I want to start we're doing these on Mondays now. And last week, yeah, exactly. Yes, crystal magic. That's right. And when I was taught, my mentor, she was a badass. And I had to learn dark and light so that I could work with the darkness in the same level of expertise that I can work with the light. It was just the way she taught. She did not play. And so with that being said, oh yeah, you guys let me know what you want. And we're going to do these on Wednesdays. I got really excited last week because I found a few things that were a little curious. Oh, the Idaho connection was huge. I wanted to show it to everyone, but I didn't. I saved it till tonight. Oh, Kimberly P., thanks for liking my readings. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's here. Oops, I meant you can't have the light without the dark. I knew what you meant. And I appreciate you guys all being here and helping me come out of my shell. It's fun to have you guys here. So anyway, we can do whatever you're thinking. We can, we'll figure out something, but I wanted to show you guys that tonight. My high priest taught me about Saturn. Yes, that is true. This is very true. Yes. Oh, congratulations, Cheryl. You've been a member for 6 months. That's fun. Okay, so I will see you guys next week, same time on a Monday. if anything comes up between now and then, I'm sure you'll hear from me. If you wrote comments and I didn't write you back, I'm going to do that after I caught behind. So, and I want to thank everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. That was fun. And I love you. And if you guys think of anything you want from me, let me know. Oh, if someone's waiting, if we do have a friend waiting for something from me, you'll get it in an email. I don't call you or anything. So if you're in here, you know what I mean. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for coming. And I will see you next week, same time. I love you. And that's it. Good night. Bye, everyone.